Aloha, beautiful soul. This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and I'm here to assist you on your spiritual journey of deep transformation and self discovery. And in this video, we are going to look at the energies that are coming your way in January of 2022. So I went ahead and shuffled this Energy Oracle Tarot deck and this Divine Feather deck as well to put some pairings here for you, as you can see. So this is going to be pile number one, pile number two, and last but not least, pile number three. So take a look at those cards and just get a sense of which pairing is calling to you, and we'll get into your energy forecast for January 2022. So, welcome my pile number one. This is going to be your energy forecast for January 2022. And what we are going to do is we're going to look at the beginning, middle, and end of the month of January 2022 in this reading, and then we'll pull out some information on the gifts and the blessings of the beginning, middle, end, some challenges that may be coming your way in the beginning, middle, and end of January, and then we're going to flip those two cards, of course, to see what the overall energy is going to be, as well as some advice to kind of guide you through this coming month from the Divine Feather deck. So real quick, y'all, if any of you are interested in looking deeper into the blockages and repeating patterns that you may be experiencing in your life and wishing to kind of break free of them because they no longer serve you, make sure to check out my page, www.transformwithryan.com, to get a free mini masterclass and book an exploratory call with me to see how I can assist you in this breaking free process. All right, so let's get to your gifts for January 2022. All right, so the first gift that we have coming in the beginning of the month is the Moon card. Wow, so a lot of strong energies already coming out the gate because we've got the major arcana showing up, and in the middle, dang, another major arcana. So we have Temperance here, and for our last blessing and gift for the month of January, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, wow. So those are the blessings. Let's just take an overall look at the energies here for the blessings. And it looks like with the Moon card, there's going to be some sort of enlightenment and illumination for something that was probably a bit mysterious for you previously. And now you're going to kind of dive deep within that mystery and get some clarity and understanding that's probably been long overdue. Also, there's going to be an element of balance here in the energies of January 2021. So kind of stepping away from the chaos, especially if you had a bit going into if you're in the US, Thanksgiving and Christmas, if you celebrate those holidays. So kind of going into a more peaceful, calm, energetic space. And then we have here the Knight of Cups. So somebody coming at you with some strong emotions of love and support. And the overall energy we got door to value. Wow. So I'm getting the sense here that there is going to be some major blessings coming your way. Of course, this looks actually very fortuitous. It seems like the focus may be on some monetary gain for you to be had, whether that's going to be a raise or you're going to get a job that has maybe a higher pay scale than what you previously had. You're going to maybe book some clients or maybe win one of those scratch tickets even, right? So some type of monetary gain is coming your way overall in January 2022. So nothing where it involves loss of money. It seems to me that the energy is calling more for an increase in your assets. All right. Now, let's look at some challenges that may be coming up for you in the month of January in 2022. And then we're going to kind of dive deeper and explore the gifts and the challenges coming your way. So, in the beginning of the month, we have Devil energy, so major arcana. So a lot of big things are happening for you guys who chose pile number one. A lot of major energetic shifts along your soul's journey is happening in the month of January. Ooh, the World. That is a beautiful card to have come up in the challenge position because there's usually a lot of optimism that comes in with that and a sense of completion, okay? And lastly, we have the Nine of Wands coming in as a challenge towards the end of January 2022. Okay, so just looking at the challenges over here so far, so there's some like I was saying earlier, actually, there's something that has been kind of gnawing at you and eating at you and sort of like you've been ruminating about recently. And that is the energy that you'll be working with. So it's something that's been challenging you and maybe driving you a little bit crazy recently. And so that's the challenge here is that something that has been quite the hurdle for you to overcome. But the good news is you are going to overcome it, okay? So we have this pairing here with the devil and the Nine of Wands. So this is some kind of burden, okay? Like I was mentioning earlier that you've been carrying with you. And my sense here looking at the devil card is it's some type of instance or energy in which you maybe are carrying some kind of guilt around you, okay, around with you, some guilt over something that may have happened in the past, and you quite can't forgive yourself or forgive other people for it. And so this energy, it's like got to go. But because of the amount of time you've probably spent thinking about it, and maybe the amount of time that you've carried this guilt or this burden, it's going to be a bit hard to release, okay? But what really it is we have this ending here in the world, okay? Like sometimes we get so comfortable with things that it's hard to let it go, to start to complete that chapter and move on. Is this ringing any bells with you? Are you kind of already thinking about something that you're ready and been wanting to release, but having a bit of a challenging time doing it? Because, as I'm like feeling in and tuning into the energy here, there is this sense of like, misery loves company. And then there's this sort of like, this sort of peace in a way by the status quo, okay? By keeping things the way they are, there's this energy of just like status quo. It's like I'm comfortable, I'm calm, I know where everything stands, right? But the real question here is, what if you forgave? What if you let it go? What if you learned your lessons that you needed from this situation, this circumstance, and just took that lesson with you and moved forward, right? What type of abundance, what kind of door can you unlock? Okay, that's like settling nice with you, my group number one, my pairing number one. I'm feeling the energy feels really good there. And so let's look at this pairing. We have our gift of the moon energy and we have our challenge of the devil energy. And so the gift here, what I'm sensing is you're going to get some revelations from connecting with your intuition, connecting with your dreams, okay? Connecting with spirit here and getting to this root of this guilt. Like, why are you holding on to it? Why are you allowing it to still take part in your life? Whether it's a guilt you carry or perhaps in some cases, because this is a general reading, it's a guilt that someone else carries regarding you. Like maybe they feel bad about something that they did to you and you're just kind of perpetuating and allowing that energy to exist between you and this other person when you could really just kind of let them go and heal this energy dynamic that you have with them, okay? And so this is like a major energy shift because we have the major arcana that came up here. And so there's a real opportunity for healing and release and raising your vibrations up with this experience that you're going to be releasing hopefully in January of 2022. So let's look at this next pairing. So we have as the gift we have temperance, and as the challenge we have the world. So remember, energy has to be flowing in a balanced state, okay? And so it's time for the completion of this energy dynamic. It's done all that it can, and right now with this temperance cards, with this balance that you're holding, this sort of status quo, it's sort of run its course here, okay? Like we were mentioning earlier. Now it's time to vibrate and elevate beyond that and establish like a higher and newer balance and resonance within your current life and within your current energies, okay? And and this is not about who's right or who's wrong. So I just wanted to clarify. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. It's just a matter of learning what everybody can from it and understanding that this contractual obligation has been fulfilled and moving forward now, moving beyond this circumstance, this energy dynamic, this memory, this trauma, whatever this is, just moving beyond that and entering this new chapter in both of your lives. And then lastly here for the end of January, we have in the gift section here, we have the Knight of Cups. And in the challenge section, we have the Nine of Wands. And what I'm sensing here is the gift is that there could be more love, peace, and joy once this energy has been lifted, right? And the challenge is here is like sometimes we get so comfortable in our misery, we don't know how to exist without it anymore. It's like, who am I anymore if I don't have this guilt, if I'm not shackled by it? Who is this person to me now if I forgive them and move past whatever hurt that they've caused me, right? And sometimes it's like maybe an end of a relationship, right? It's not a burden that you have to carry with you anymore. And in fact, the challenge here is it's made you a little bit like pessimistic in a way, and it's made you less trusting. That's the burden. You're always on the lookout, like, when are you going to screw up next? When are you going to hurt me next? Whether that you're talking to yourself about that or you're talking about this other person. But the truth here is with this Knight of Cups, there is love. There is love to be had with this release. Okay, so I hope that is speaking to you, my card number one crew. And let's just take a look here at your message of guidance and love from the feather. So here was your feather again, my dears. And it is the chickadee. Oh my god, look at how cute that bird is. It's so adorable. It says, the time is right to release old patterns and energies. Oh my god, was that not what we were just talking about? Isn't that crazy? You are ready to embrace change. And that change is something like, my gosh, look at this door to wealth that is opening up, door to value that is opening up for all of you that chose this pile. If you can just shift through these energies in January. January is month number 1, right? So that's all about new beginnings. That's why we celebrate New Year's Day on January 1st. It's just welcoming in something new, something different, something better, right? And so just take a look at these energies here. You know what it is that you've been holding on to that's been like a heavy burden that maybe you've had guilt for, or maybe someone else that you are kind of holding way too accountable for some grievance or some wrong that they had done you before. And it's really time to just forgive that energy and let it go. And if that's a bit of a challenge for you, again, don't hesitate to reach out to me on Instagram, and you can visit my page at www.transformwithryan.com, and there you'll get a little free mini masterclass, but you'll also have that opportunity to book an exploratory call with me so we can break this pattern, break this energy, so you can be free to expand and bring in that joy, abundance, and love that I'm sure you've been wanting. So, my pile number 1, my pairing number 1, I hope these messages resonate with you and speak with you and help you along your path moving forward. Until next time, sending you so much love, light, and blessings. Mwah! Well, hello there, my pile number 2. So what we are going to be looking at here with your pairing is we're going to be looking at the blessings coming your way in the beginning, middle, and end of January 2022. And we'll also be looking at some of the challenges you may be facing during the beginning, middle, and end of 2022 as well. And we'll kind of like bring it all together and look at sort of the story and the way the energies are flowing for you for this upcoming coming month. Now, if you are having some struggles with some of the challenges coming in your life and some of these repeating patterns, please feel free to visit my website, www.transformwithryan.com, and you'll have an opportunity to have a free mini masterclass there about breaking patterns and habits using a special technique, but also it'll give you an opportunity to book an exploratory call with me so that I can see in what ways I'll be able to assist you on this journey. All right? So, first up, in the beginning of January 2022, what we have coming your way as a gift is the Page of Coins. So a message, a new beginning, probably related to finances, which is super exciting. I'm sure some of you have been waiting to maybe hear of an opportunity for investment, a job, starting a business. Maybe you're waiting for like a license of some sort, or maybe you're waiting to hear from a client, a big client that you're booking, right? Or maybe there's some sort of like wealth, like maybe some type of what are those? Inheritance. Yes, maybe some type of inheritance coming your way as well that you've been waiting for. It seems like it's January 2022. It's a good time for that to find its way to your door. And in the middle, oh my gosh, look, we have the Knight of Coins. So there's this progression here, an expansion of material wealth and belongings coming at you from the middle of January. And at the very end here, we have the Page of Wands. So again, another beginning related more to your passion, your interest, your spirit. And so looking at this blessings that are coming in January 2022, we have this message of wealth, this building up of that wealth, now moving from the beginning to the middle of January. And then at the very end, there's some type of passion or creative project that is going to be coming your way. Maybe some of the money that is coming your way in the beginning of January, you can use towards this new passion project that you have coming up at the end of January 2022. Maybe it's it's a project of your own, like maybe some house renovations is one thing. Or maybe you want to, the other thing is record music. Like maybe you want to spend some money towards your creative art or your hobby, right? You want to put some money towards that. And this money that's coming your way is going to be able to provide that revenue that you need to purchase those supplies for your hobby or your passion projects, okay? And here, as far as over Anju, we have the first chakra, Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is basically like the CEO of all the archangels, and so he's here to protect you first and foremost, but also kind of guide you forward, right? Archangel Michael is very brave, and he will go places, or they, I guess, although in this picture it's a he, but the Archangel Michael will guide you and give you that extra security and reassurance that you need to move forward, okay? And especially with this, the first chakra. So the first chakra is really all about making sure our needs are met and that we're rooted and grounded in our physical body, okay? And so that's probably why you have this energy here that's in some form of abundance, wealth, money, material items, that's coming your way, okay? That's probably why we have this energy of the first chakra coming through, is because something is manifesting in the physical realm here for you. Now, let's take a look here at the challenges coming up, because, we can't always just focus on the blessings in life, even though that what often is what gives us joy. We also have to grow and learn from our experiences here, and those often present themselves as a challenge. So let's see what challenges are coming your way in the beginning of January. We have the Emperor. Okay, so there's some with this wealth and information that's coming in. What I'm getting is it's really, the challenge here is it's subject to government. It's subject to the limitations of like maybe the postal system or some forms and documents. So some type of protocol is really what is going to be the challenge here for for you who chose card number 2, because it's one of those things like, oh, please allow 5 to 10 business days for this to process and receive whatever in the mail, right? You guys know what I'm talking about when I say that. You know that waiting game, right? And then in the middle of January, we have the 7 of Coins. So there's going to be a lot of reflection and sort of what's going to be the holdup and the challenge here in the middle of January is like, what do I do with this? Okay, right? You're gonna have to go back and probably work through some energies of like, okay, where did I put my money before? And was it worthwhile? Was it not? Was it a good investment? Was it not a good investment? Right? And kind of working through that energy, because again, Archangel Michael here is here to show you the way forward and reassure you that just because maybe something didn't go so well in the past, it could have just been a timing thing, and maybe now is the right time to invest or pursue whatever this financial thing is or this passion project, whatever it is. Okay. And then here at the very end, we have the 6 of Chalices. Yes. So the challenges here is, yeah, there was something from your childhood or from at least the distant past. I'm thinking like maybe 5-10 years ish, if not your childhood, that is kind of holding you where you're at, maybe stopping you from pursuing these passions of yours because maybe someone told you you're not a good artist, you're not a good singer, or maybe someone lost a lot of money investing, or maybe someone before they got this new job, this new opportunity, and they hated it. They thought it was going to be like this new wonderful beginning for them, and it wasn't that way. And so these beliefs, these ideas from your past are going to be holding you back in a way and challenging you. And it's really about working through those energies, healing and resolving them so you can move forward in the way that you actually want to, in the way that you are most passionate about. So what I'm getting here is to really go back and kind of connect with your inner child here. Okay, so here at the end of the month of January, we have a lot of child energy here because the page is often a representation of a child or a messenger, right? So lower ranking kind of person in the court. And also the 6 of Cups, which is all about nostalgia. It's about the past, okay? So at the end of the month, it's really about clearing some of these past energies and tapping into your passions, right? And usually the things that we were so passionate about were things from our childhood because it was before we grew up, right? And had to be like adults and step into the real world and let go of our dreams is what we were programmed and taught to believe, but that's not actually true. And we're seeing more and more examples of that as we move forward. So let's go back to the beginning of January, okay? Let's go back to the beginning and look at our gift and our challenge and kind of look at the energy dynamic and play between them. So as a gift, we have some new message, some new wealth, some new money, some new material item coming into your life, but we have this delay, and we already actually covered this, so I won't go into it again, but basically just be patient is the message I'm getting here. Just be patient and make sure you follow these protocols because you don't want to delay anything further, right? Cross your T's, dot your I's, have that patience. It's on its way. That's already a given. That's already like established. And all it is now is just having a little bit more patience, even though I'm sure you're going to be so excited for whatever this is coming your way. Now, let's look at the middle energies. We didn't have a chance to dive deep into this, but we have the Knight of Coins and we have the 7 of Coins. So basically this energy here is like not a lot of movement is what I'm getting here. It feels very sluggish and slow moving. I feel a lot of thought going into this because the Knight of Pentacles, it's super reliable. It'll make sure things get done, but it's kind of slow about it, okay? But that's fine because at this point you have a lot of thinking that you have to do, right? You have a lot of reflection that you have to work through as far as what are you going to do with this money. Also, for some of you, because this is a general read, there's also some energy of like needing some peace with how this money came to you, right? Maybe it's something that you were overdue to receive and you've just harbored in a lot of anger and resentment because it's been taking so long to get here. But really now you can take that deep breath in and big sigh of relief, because now it's finally come. Whatever you've been owed is coming your way, whatever this is. And it's now time to release that anger and frustration and resentment, okay? Now, let's take a look at your words of encouragement with our divine feathers. So here is, again, the feather that you chose. Beautiful. I like the designs and the color here. And we have the osprey, or osprey. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I do believe it's a bird of prey. So let's see. Your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Okay, beautiful. So basically, whatever it is that you've been expecting, this money, this bonus, this raise, this opportunity for investing or investors, right, is here for you. Okay, the energy is flowing your way. I don't see anything here in these cards that really give you any reason to worry about what's coming up. All I'm seeing here is that you just have to have a little bit of patience, and as you accept this blessing into your life, there's also gonna have to be a release of something from the past, okay? Some belief system, and also you need to have faith in whatever you are choosing to divert your resources to, right? Whatever energy is coming in, whatever money is coming in, how are you going to move it out and disperse it and distribute it so that it can continue to grow as well? All right, my loves? Okay, so pile number 2, that is your reading. And again, if there is some type of pattern or something that's been like nagging at you, that's been affecting you over and over again, that you need to work through, please visit my website, www.transformwithryan.com, and enjoy that free masterclass about one technique that has helped me release a lot of trauma and heavy energies in my life so that I can have abundance and joy and love. And I know you can too. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, make sure to give this video a like and share it with anybody who you think might need to hear some encouraging words for the month of January 2022. And I will see you all again soon. Mwah! Much love and light to ya. Mahalos. Well, hello there, my pal and pairing number 3. So happy to have you here on this video today. I'm going to shuffle this cards, and these cards that I'm going to pull out are going to help us with the energies of, looks like you got a bonus, help us with the energies of the beginning, middle, and end of January. Okay, these are going to be your blessings, and then we're going to look at the challenges as well. And I just wanted to say, if any of you have been working through a transformative or transitory time in your life and you're trying to break these patterns and behaviors that seem to be ingrained in you but are no longer serving you in any way, shape, or form, make sure you check out my website, www.transformwithryan.com. You can enjoy a free mini masterclass that talks about a technique that I've used in the past to break free of old patterns that no longer serve me, so that you can welcome in some joy, love, and abundance into your life. So your bonus card that came out, the other pals didn't get one, so lucky you, is the 6 of Cups. So I get here that there's really some childhood energy coming back, or some energy from your past is coming back. And I get that is actually some good energy. So what I'm sensing as a bonus for you who chose pile and pairing number 3 is that someone from maybe your childhood or your past who you hadn't thought about recently is gonna come back into your life and is gonna connect with you again. And it's gonna be quite a lovely surprise for you. So let me just put that on the side. And now to the main reading. In the beginning, your blessing for the beginning of January 2022 is the Page of Coins. Wow. Okay, so this came out again. And in the middle of January 2022, we have the Knight of Coins. Okay, so this is sounding super familiar for you all. If you were drawn to pile number 2, make sure you check that out as well. And then lastly, we have the Page of Wands. Well, that is bizarre. It's like the exact same card. So my dear pal number 3, I think we're going to have to pull out some clarifiers to maybe distinguish the energy from this pairing with the energies of the previous pairings. Okay, so let me just pull, let's clarify this energy here. Okay, so I'm getting called to just pull one card. So you're getting another bonus, my loves. Oh, okay. We have the Emperor. Okay, so let's organize these puppies here. And we're going to look at your overall energy for January 2022. And let's kind of put these pieces together, okay? So we have hostilities. Okay, so we have this kind of like barbarian figure here with a sword that looks like they're on the defensive in the woods here. Okay, so what I'm getting, my dear pile number threes, is the energy here is going. Now I'm seeing a little bit more clearly how it's different from pair number two. There is this authority figure in your life that you have been really struggling to find a peace with because they are just pushing all the right buttons to drive you bananas. And I'm guessing it's a boss is one, or like the leader in your family unit. So the father figure, whether it's patriarchy or the mother figure or matriarchy, right? But they have a lot of masculine energy, whoever this is. So they're very outspoken, they can be very aggressive, they're very energetic, they're very dynamic, they're very loud, is also what I'm guessing. Are any of these hitting home for you, pairing number three? Do you know someone like this in your life that has really been like trying you lately? And so that's the energy that she'll be working with. This person is going to be kind of highlighted in your life here in the month of January 2022. Now let's look at this sort of progression here, okay? So some new circumstance is going to come in here, okay? My sense is that there has what the challenge has been between the two of you is likely monetary is what I'm sensing, right? Or some type of material possession. So maybe it's like some kind of property, right? Some type of inheritance. Maybe if it's in the workspace, maybe it's like an office environment, or maybe it's equipment. So some type of physical object or physical item is the source of the hostility and the conflict here, okay? The other thing I'm getting is, so maybe this person, now this is very, very specific for some of you, because I know this is a general read, is you were vying for a promotion or trying to move up in the ranks, and this person got this position over you. I know, super specific, but that just kind of came through for me. And you've been kind of butting heads around it because maybe your style of leadership is a lot different from theirs. And now that you're kind of working under them, it's really hard for you hard for you both, actually, not just you, hard for you both to kind of find that middle ground and work together. So something is changing. Some new information is coming through regarding that. Now, the thing is, it's not that kind of new information that's swift and it's going to change the dynamics right away. Like, it's not like you or this other person are going to be, for example, move to another branch or change locations, right? It's not like you're moving to a different office or whatever, moving to a different team. It's nothing like that. It's just going to be something very slow going. This new thing that's going to come in, it's actually going to help your dynamic, but it's not going to help it like that, okay? There's still going to be a lot of growing pains with it, is what I'm getting here. But what's beautiful about it is that it's really going to ignite both of your passions. And it's going to allow you, what I'm getting here, is going to allow you to really both showcase your strengths, right? There's going to be an appreciation of where your passions are and allowing you to work within those areas and those aspects that you're strongest at. So what do I mean by that? Like, maybe you don't like drafting up documents, but this person is really good. Like, they're really good at written communications. And so they'll be in that position where they'll have to do more of that type of work. And maybe you're more of a social person, right? Maybe you know how to really mix and mingle and get along with people and inspire them, right? And so you'll have that opportunity now to just kind of step away from the desk and be engaged in more social, team building types of activities, okay? Does that kind of resonate? And for those of you with the more general energies, it's like what I'm sensing here is whatever energies you both had for these hostilities and conflicts is going to be diverted. Like something new is going to come into your way, into your life, that's going to allow you both to kind of take a breather and step away from whatever kind of bad juju you guys have with each other, and be in a position where you're more excited about life and you're doing things that you actually enjoy rather than being upset with each other, okay? So let's see some of the challenges here, all right? Oh, another thing came through with this. Oh, wow, you guys got another bonus. Another thing came through with this message here, as a blessing is, what's really going to happen here is this slow going process, right? It's going to feel very, very slow, but what it's really doing is strengthening you. It's giving you more wisdom and more understanding of your relationship with each other, and how, even though this has been super hostile recently, you're going to start to see and understand in what ways you've grown and evolved because of this conflict, because of the way you've challenged each other. And it's going to really feel like a blessing because now you're better, smarter, wiser for it, okay? So bonus, we got here the Page of Chalices. So here is something that you need to be aware of as it comes in regards to your challenges, is that I don't know how to say this politely, so we're just gonna be honest. You guys just need to stop acting like children. That's what I'm getting here, okay? You are acting like maybe kids who are like, oh, you took my toy, or you stepped on my foot, or you're like kind of tattletaling on each other, and it's the energy between you two is starting to take this really juvenile turn, right? If it hadn't already been in that space, it's coming off as really like childish, and it's probably starting to create some problems and issues with those around you, right? Like, I don't know, maybe one of you is like really complaining to your friends, to your coworkers, to your significant other about this person that's driving you bananas, and they're just kind of sick of hearing it already, right? It seems to them like it's like this pattern that they're kind of tired of witnessing, and they're ready for you to just get over it and move on. In their words, their energy, right? But really what we need to do here is learn and grow from it, okay? So in the beginning of January, the challenge here is this. We have the Nine of Chalices. Oh, here you can take another look at it. So what I'm getting here is like, there was some wish, there was something that you wanted to happen, and it didn't quite come out that way. All right, that's a challenge in and of itself for sure. And we have the Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords here, it's a figure within the tarot that's super cunning, super sharp-minded, sharp-witted. And unfortunately, the Queen of Swords isn't the most forgiving either of the court cards. And lastly, we have the Knight of Wands, okay? So the Knight of Wands, what's so great about the Knight of Wands is that they have a lot of passion and gusto for life and things, but it's also kind of hot-headed and like a little bit impulsive. And so that's going to be the challenge for you. So what I'm seeing here is something didn't turn as a whole, right? As we're looking through the month of January, is something is not going to turn out the way that you hoped, or it didn't turn out the way that you hoped. And so that's the energy that's coming in the beginning. And with the Queen of Swords here, it's really been like kind of grating on your mind and your thoughts. You've probably been ruminating a lot about it. And it's kind of taking you down these sort of dark pathways in the mind. And when this new thing comes into your life that kind of diverts your passion, you're like so welcome for that relief that you just go in guns blazing moving forward, and you're probably not spending as much time as you think you should, sort of thinking through your strategy, your action plan, and you're just kind of like flying by the seat of your pants. And because this is in the challenge position, it's something that it would be advisable that you do not do, okay? And that you really actually take the time to think things through and lay a good foundation down, all right? Now, let's take a look at these pairings. So in the beginning of the month, the blessing here is we have the Page of Coins, and the challenge here is the Nine of Cups. So some message is coming in, my dears. Something is coming in, but it's not going to be the outcome that you had hoped, okay? But again, everything works as it should. Everything will be in divine timing. And there's always a silver lining to whatever clouds may be coming your way. So don't lose hope at all, okay, my dears? Do not give in to anger and frustration, and don't give up hope on whatever it is that you set your eyes on, okay? But if you're not able to attain this wish or goal, just know that means that the spirit and that universe is guiding you towards something better, something more fruitful, okay? So, like, for example, maybe this job that you were going for, it wasn't the best job for you, and there's actually another position that you are more suited for, that you're actually going to enjoy more, that you're actually going to excel at, and might even open up more doorways beyond this promotion or this raise or this whatever, okay? Now, in the middle of the month, we have some slow moving energy, right? That is going to allow you to learn a lot, but the challenges are going to be up in your head, okay? So, what I'm getting here is that there's this need for a lot of grounding energy for you in the beginning of the month, because things are really, your mind is kind of working against you here. You're going to be like overthinking things, okay? And just because things are moving slow, so it's like, okay, you have all day to think about this thing that developed, because nothing else is happening, nothing else is changing or shifting just yet. And so you're just kind of like focused in and honed in on this one thing. And it's actually not doing you any good to be ruminating on those kinds of thought patterns, all right? But thankfully, something will come in at the end of the month to distract you a bit, and it's just really here with the Knight of Wands in the challenge position. It's really just about taking some caution with the actions that you're implementing, okay? And it's because those actions that you're going to take are going to have an effect, further down the road, and you don't want to look back on this time period at the end of January and be like, oh, crap, I should have done this, or I should have done that better. Again, just make sure to dot your I's, cross your T's, and make sure everything is in order as you move forward with each next step, each new progression, okay? So, let's take a look at your divine feather here to offer you some more guidance and wisdom for the month of January. This is a beautiful feather here. I like that splash of that bright green. And you got the duck here, okay? So as a bonus that's kind of coming through with the duck energy is that, how water goes off a duck's back? That's the type of energy that you need for January 2022. Okay, does that make sense? So like it's like water off a duck's back, because the duck's feather has like these oils in it, so that it doesn't get sopping wet when it goes in the water or gets stuck in the rain. The water just rolls off of it. So that's gonna be some strong advice for you. File number 3 is like, when things seem to be grating on you and you're just ready to blow your top, just let it go off you. So do some meditation to like create an auric shield around you to protect your energies and your vibrations, especially when you're around this person that it seems like you have some conflict with at this point in time. So the message here is find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. Oh, so that's beautiful advice. I know for people in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in the winter months now, but if you can get outside and get some fresh air and walk around, that would probably be ideal to help cool you down, get you focused again, get you grounded so that your emotions and your thoughts don't kind of take you way out there and kind of spiral you into this black hole of like anger and frustration and or sadness even. And so take that advice, let the anger kind of roll off you, and if not, then go ground yourself. Find that comfort in simple ways, right? Even something like taking deep breaths, leaving the room. I would say even enjoy like a nice little treat for yourself, but we don't want you to overeat and become a little bit too indulgent. But if you need something that's a little comforting, like a pick-me-up food or a little treat, definitely go for that. Bath. I'm also getting bath. So for those of you, again, if it's maybe the weather conditions are not ideal for you to be out and about, take a nice warm bath and allow the water to cleanse your energies, and let the whatever lower vibrational energies go down the drain with the bath water. Okay? So, my dear pal number 3, those are your energy readings for January 2022. And if you need any help or assistance with some of these energies that are just repeating in cycles and you can't seem to shake them, make sure you visit again my website, www.transformwithryan.com. And there you can receive a free mini masterclass on a technique that I use to help break some of these patterns that I had in my life to allow more joy and abundance in. And so you can have that transformative experience as well. And by all means, make sure to book that exploratory call with me so I can see how I can help you individually with whatever challenges you're going through and whatever issues you're facing along your spiritual journey at this time. So thank you so much for viewing this video. If you enjoyed the messages here today and you got something out of it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that like button for me, and leave whatever comments regarding what you've gained insight on from this reading. And I'm happy to give you some additional guidance as you need it. So until next time, my loves, thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah!